had a dream for the longest time about living in the city. It started when I was with my parents, driving through Boston. I clearly remember looking up at the skyscrapers and thinking to myself, someday I am going to live in the city. This dream has yet to come true. However, I have gone to school in the city. I went to Drexel University in Philadelphia. And there's just something about the city atmosphere that you can't find in the suburbs. This speech, we will look at some data. We will look at some opinions. And most importantly, we will look at this dream of mine. I will cover 3 advantages, benefits, and then we'll look at 3 perceived disadvantages to living in the city. How many people here were stuck in traffic this morning? Some people. I did some research. I asked various people what they thought about living in the city. I had to abridge it a little bit. The first thing that they mentioned was that living in the city is convenient. There's a great quote from one of the people I talked to. His name is Scott. He said, I parked my car, it got towed. I didn't get a car again. Why? Because I lived in the city. In the city, you can walk to everything you need. You don't need to have a car. If you want to go to someplace special in the city, like a special location, public transportation is easily and readily available. You don't have to pick up the phone. Just go like this. Convenience. How many people here sometimes have difficulty finding something fun to do on the weekend? From movie theaters to museums to malls to shopping centers and concert halls, there is always something to do in the city. Take the example of shopping. Yes, there's places to shop in the suburbs, but in the city, there is so many more places. Makes the King of Prussia Mall look like just a thumbtack. Anywhere you want to go, you can shop. And if you can't find it, guess what? Walk down the street and you'll be able to find it, I am sure. Also think about events, sporting events. Where do all the good sporting events happen? In the city. Parades, fireworks. Another person I interviewed, Lori, mentioned to me that if you like fireworks, the city is the place to be. So fun things to do. Always something to do. How many people here know someone who has recently lost a job or doesn't have a job right now? According to educationalportal.com, there was a report, and they found that most economists believe and report out that wages and job opportunities prove best in areas that have high population. In other words, there's jobs in the city. If you look at where major corporations have their headquarters, not Siemens here, but Siemens in Germany, guess what? It's in the city. So there's a lot of jobs in the city. Okay, so we talked about convenience. We talked about the fun factor. We talked about the jobs. Let's take a look at some of these perceived disadvantages. What's one of the first things that comes to your mind? Danger, crime. According to neighborhoodscout.com, statistically, in Philadelphia, you have a 1 in 82 chance of being a victim of a violent crime. Compare that to here in Pennsylvania in general, and you have a 1 in 273 chance of being involved or being a victim of a violent crime. So yes, statistically, living in the city is more dangerous. What's my response to that? Defensive living. How many of you heard of defensive driving, right? Defensive driving. It's the same concept can be applied to living in the city. Understand what neighborhoods to go into. Know what neighborhoods to stay out of. Don't walk down dark alleys at night. Stay with a group. Defensive living. Overcrowding is another thing that might come to your mind. Philadelphia has 1.5 million residents. Compare that to where I live, Percy. We have 9,000 people in Percy. So there is a lot of people. To me, that just ties back to the benefits. Always something to do. It's fun. Lack of nature. This is an interesting one. There's no green. All major cities have parks. Did you know that Philadelphia has 80 public parks, over 80 public parks? They have the largest urban park system in the United States. So if you have a dog and you need to walk the dog, guess what? Walk down the street, you have a park. If you want to go take a jog down the street to the park, and you're good. So yes, there's a lot of pavement, but the parks are aplenty. So going back to my dream, there's a quote that I think of a lot, and this quote is by a lady called Margaret Mead. She's an American cultural anthropologist. She said, "A city is a place where there is no need to wait for next week to get the answer to a question, to taste the food of any country, and find new voices to listen to, and familiar ones to listen to again." Back to my dream, and looking at the benefits, convenience, fun factor, the job factor, the disadvantages, perceived, the danger, the overcrowding, the lack of nature. To me, the benefits speak for themselves. And I understand though, depending on your point of life and your stage in life, the city might not be for you. I have 2 boys myself. I will not be moving to Philadelphia in the next year, but at some point in the future, my dream of living in the city will come true.